When it comes to hair, there are a lot of old wives' tales. Most of them are not true. You hear even expressions like tearing my hair out, going grey overnight. They actually said Marie Antoinette went grey overnight. And there is some degree of truth behind these things. So the one is that stress definitely affects the hair follicle. In fact, the hair follicle actually has a receptor for cortisol. So yes, being stressed can affect both color and hair shedding. So that one's true. The other one I hear a lot is wearing a cap is going to make me lose my hair. Not really, it's really genetic. If you're harboring sweat and oil all day under the cap, then yes, but I'd rather you wear a cap and not get sunburned. And it's really the underlying genetics that's causing this hair loss, not the cap. We should all get a little bit of sunlight every day, and I think we're actually quite deficient in that. But because the scalp is 90 degrees to the sun, hair is a protective mechanism. So the minute someone has hair thinning, the first thing I actually see is sun damage on a scalp, especially in someone who's completely bald and their hair is just exposed all day. But even in areas of hair thinning, it's a very common place and a place that doctors really need to check for your skin lesions. And we often pick up quite a few things on the scalp. So although the hair transplants we do are very cosmetic, they also have a protective function. I also hear some people say they travel to certain places and their hair sheds. I actually had a few patients who went to Greece and Dubai who said this. And yes, that's true, because different water quality and when they desalinate water or there's hard water can definitely cause a hair shed. There's certain waters that are really bad for your hair and the skin, and the best way to protect yourself from this is to get a shower filter. There are a whole lot of stages that the water can go through the filter. It's a relatively easy thing to put on your shower, but it depends on the area you live in. We're quite lucky around Johannesburg from a hair washing point of view. I think our water's good, but sometimes you'll travel and you'll find your hair responds completely differently to the water and can even shed. And there's certain chemicals and heavy metals in the water that leach into your hair, and especially in countries where water has been desalinated, that's particularly harsh on your hair. And I'd suggest, if you can afford it, if you are washing your hair on travel, that you either take your shower filter or you do a little rinse of mineral water afterwards. But it can really affect hair, and the filters really help, and you'll see that your hair is shinier, grows better, so it's a good thing to invest in if you can. With shedding of hair, there's two things lately that have made people shed a lot. So the one was during COVID, so either getting COVID or the vaccine, there was massive hair shedding, I think more than I've ever seen, which was stressful and really interesting, but by now we're mostly over it and I've got all that hair back. And the second thing is with the rise of your GLP-1, so for example, Ozempic, Mounjaro, or even having a gastric bypass, there's something when the body experiences sudden weight loss that just makes the people shed. And I've had people who should be so happy they've lost all this weight and looking great, and they're just so devastated about their hair. So the most important thing in these cases when you're doing a crash diet or losing weight is to maintain your protein and go on a good hair supplement. And even then, if you do have a shed, definitely visit your doctor to see what else you can do, because it's definitely the body's way. I think the body feels like it's in starvation mode and it prioritizes energy for major organs, and your hair sheds. So it's something to really be aware of if you're going to lose weight. Rather do it slowly than all at once.